Hey, good morning. I'm going to make a video about, it's been a while since I made a vlog of myself on YouTube. So basically, technically, what has happened is I'm not really feeling well. It's a series of unfortunate events that unfolded, and my immunity dropped. So I'm gonna let everyone know just how dumb I was. um, because my immunity fell, I unfortunately contracted a viral infection, and I've been trying to get well ever since by taking solubles, and now I just couldn't sleep, so I'm literally on natural antibiotics, which I just made, and hope that helps me for the next coming days. So now, I just wanted to do three things to talk about, and hope this helps everyone, for you guys during anything, mental health or whatever. So the first thing is how to tell the difference between an introvert and an extrovert. So an introvert is someone like me, and this term introvert extrovert came about because of the Myers-Briggs personality test, whereby they found 16 different types of personalities out there, and I'm what we call an INFJ, which is an introverted, intuitive, feeling and judgment human being. Which means introversion means my energy comes from internally, and then I push it out externally to the world. Intuition, I use my gut feelings to tell things. Feeling is empathy, and judgment is my logic. It is said that we are very rare, which I don't really think anything's really special about me anyway, but that's just what people say. And then one thing about introverts is that we use something called acetylcholine, which is the brain chemical in our brain, which comes from our frontal cortex, and this actually helps us to give us the slow burn that we require. Next, the difference to be extrovert. So extrovert is somebody who needs energy from, they are external to internal beings, so they need external energy, which is from external sources, and then they absorb it, something like a vampire, in order to function. So extroverts they need more dopamine. So dopamine is a reward drug, and if you ever see an extrovert, they like to be rewarded. So they get rewarded if they go out with their friends, they get rewarded if they have big parties and loud noises, which is a total opposite from introverts like me. I will probably have a migraine, and I'll get drained, and I'll get sick. So that's the difference. First thing I wanted to cover. The second thing I wanted to cover is that energies. So we are energies. I'm an energy being. Whoever's watching this, you guys are also energy beings. We are here on this planet and our energy is limitless, has limit potential, creative energy, personified by thousands of folds, but we just don't use it because we haven't tapped into this part of our brain yet. And what happens is that we are evolving all the time. So I was a baby, and then I grew up, and then I was sick my entire life, by the way. I had asthma, so I couldn't literally function like all the other kids, until dancing saved my life and turned me into the so-called yoga master everyone's talking about. And then so basically we need, like introverts and extroverts, still need the energy of the planet, basically. So we have oxygen, which you can't see, food, to make our brain function, as well as water to replenish or to cleanse ourselves. So basically what happens is, like, once we live our life, once we gone through everything, I'm gonna grow old. I'm already graying here, which you all guys can't see, but I've got like white hair and pimples on my face and wrinkles as a soon to be 40-year-old in November. So it's like we really never look at life and think like how are we gonna go about life, or how are we gonna solve all the stuff that we actually go through. That brings me to the third thing, which is energy centers. Now, I don't know whether you guys know this, or this is something new, so I hope you learned something. Energy centers are basically what we have in our body. Now, this is called tapping. So when you tap things, it's because, like, sometimes, even though, remember I said we absorb energies from oxygen and whatever, not everything is good. Sometimes we have good stress, which is eustress. Sometimes we have de-stress, which is bad stress. If it's good stress, then the good chemicals in our brain is activated, like dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, and for me, acetylcholine all the way for introverts like me. And extroverts is the same. They need dopamine to function. There's so many other brain chemicals. There's about 100 in our brain. So we need this energy for brain to function. But when we have bad stress, which is what happened to me, my immune system fell, and then I'm back to having viral infection and coughing out that sound that my lung get, because I just recovered from a lung infection that almost took my life when I was 37 years old. So I just had that cough again, and I was like, ah, shit, I'm back to that thing. So why I'm sharing this with you guys is because when you have bad stress, right, so there's two chemicals that are released, which is cortisol and adrenaline, mostly cortisol. So cortisol is a bad stress that you're trying to avoid. When cortisol is too much in your brain gets stressed out because of some events. So that day a lot of stressful events happened, and I couldn't handle it. It's something I'm so used to being that INFJ. I'm so used to being someone who judges first before going to an event, or judges everything, and then suddenly this was totally out of my control. I got stress, and when that stress happens, my body is open about few hours to viral infection, and that's how I got sick. So this event happened like how many month ago? It was a month ago, and I'm still recovering from that. So it's like a relapse upon a relapse upon a relapse. But luckily, optimistic me, I'm trying to slowly recover and hope that I'll get better soon. So now we're going to go to energy centers, right? Energy centers are starting from here. This is tapping, yeah. So you start with tapping here, right here. This is your crown, not like the chakras that they put the crown here. That's not your crown. This is your crown, right in the middle here. So if you want to tap it, you have to tap it here and say affirmations like, I'm worthy, I'm joy, the creator loves me, whatever makes you happy. So you just use your fingers and you just tap here. One is your crown, second one's your third eye here. Two, this one is your clairvoyance. I always talk about clairsenses on my social media. So this is clairvoyance, the ability to see things and literally see foresightedness, what happens in the future when you dream. So this one is your third eye. They call it the seat of all psychic energy, power and energy. So you tap here and you go, I'm joy, I'm worthy, creator loves me, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. This one is your temple. So this part here is the place where you think. So we have nerves actually here and here that actually goes into your brain. And if you notice, if you're very stressed, this is the temple. So you need to tap here lightly and say the same affirmations, like and this is not what I'm thinking about, it's just external, whatever, whatever rocks your boat, just say, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is under your eyes. This is where your bags under your eye is. So I'm using my glasses right now, so you can just see. You just get to take 3 fingers or 2 fingers, just tap lightly on the bags under your eyes, just to release that stress, because when you don't have enough sleep, you just need to release that blood flow from your eyes, right? That's one. Next is here. So this part, right, is very interesting, because this part here is the part about your apparently story goes is that in our last lives we may have had past incarnations. So I don't want to remember if I was a priestess 5,000 years ago in the pyramids of Giza, or maybe I was the Cleopatra, the most beautiful person there, or some beautiful princess, or some slave or something 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 years ago. So this thing here is like, apparently before you are reincarnated here on this planet, they sort of did that to your energy center so that you forget. So when you tap here, it's like, to tap here is like, sometimes maybe you just don't want to remember unfortunate events or past events. So we just only focus about this lifetime, what happened, that how I got my lung infection and stuff. So tap here, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. This one is your speaking, your throat chakra. It's coming out here. So when you tap here, is I may have said something that hurt someone, or I'm an empath, I didn't know if I could have, should have, may have hurt someone intentionally, unintentionally. So when you tap here, it's to say, I'm sorry, I could have hurt you, didn't hurt you, or it should have come out another way, something like that. Because at the end of the day, you're meant to go back to that joyful, unattached state. So here, then the next one comes here, which is your collarbone, like right here. So this one, like currently right now my heart hurts like hell, because it's my chest and I'm coughing. So I have to tap here, because there are veins, nerves all over. So it's your heart chakra now, your feeling chakra, your intentions chakra, your emotion chakra. So this one is all about feelings, emotions, blah 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 blah. Affirm, and then release this energy to the universe, because they always say that you need to clean your heart. So you fast, you do a lot of good charity work and all that, just to clean up whatever that's here that you may have. Sometimes we store a lot of heaviness and secrets, so just let it go, let it out. So this is letting go of everything here. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, 8 is actually for girls. It's right under your, how should I put this, right near your bra, I guess. For the men, I think it's the same spot, but this time you use 4 fingers, so you tap under here. So you feel the the energy center when you tap under here, and you say the same thing: I'm worthy, I'm joy, I am loved by my creator, and so on, so forth. So let that energy go, opening up those energies and claiming yourself as who you're meant to be. Then it's right here, it's the 9th center, which is right here. Now I learned that if you take your finger, your thumb, and you press this place here, this gets rid of headaches just naturally. No Panadol, no aspirin, nothing needed. So you just press here and just rub this, and you can feel the energy centers. Energy means you can feel the vein going to these places. So it's here, right here. So press that and say the same thing. So you're not pressing though, okay, to get rid of headaches, you're tapping. So this is the tapping technique. So you need to tap and say the same thing: I'm worthy, I'm joy, everyone loves me, I'm loved, I am love, okay, I I'm looking, how shall I put this, I'm giving out an energy of a full cup of love, and I hope to get that same amount of energy in return. Tap 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 tap. Okay, then the final one is here. Now this one is completion, and it's the 10th energy center, so you just tap here. Now this one, if you keep like this, it's really hard. This is not a tapping, so you have to do this. If you're pressing it a lot, it actually, you can feel the energy go down to your entire body also, and you can feel it go to your brain as well. So this one is really good, and you can feel changes in your body already. So by the time you complete the 10 taps, you should feel better. That means you have released any negative energy that you may have absorbed from unnecessary surroundings. And this can just not just be people, it might even be news. Like I said, we are all empaths. So empaths are human beings who we are all empaths. At the end of the day, we may have absorbed things from news, from what's happening in the world, depressing news, sad news, suicides, even lately lots of things happening in my personal life which I can't disclose for the whole world, but basically it's something sad for me because I can't control it, so that hurts me. So when it hurts me, I get sick because I'm absorbing this, and this is why I wanted to share this. I hope that this will help. Okay, and then I'm going to put in a bonus, which is a free bonus, and I want to do brain exercise. Now this one I learned in my mental health class from the Ministry of Health, which is Ministry of Health Malaysia. So basically it's like you put your thumb this side and your little finger here, and you have to change it and change it like this to see how amazing your left and right brain is functioning right now. So it'll take some time, but you can speed this up a little bit to give you back that brain joy that you have. So that's all for my share. As usual, 17 minutes and 44 seconds. I would totally fail as an international Toastmaster. I mean, come on. Okay, so I did this because we are all trying. It's mental health week, and honestly, mental health is something we all can't see. I'm doing this because I really care. I want everyone to realize, like I said, mental health is something we can't see. We do not know what's happening in someone's life. So be kind to whoever you see, to the waiters, to the people that you see in the stores and stuff. You don't know that it's quite bad in the world right now. We are going through something called a global depression, a global recession, which leads to depression, which leads to suicide. So by teaching tapping, I hope that this will help with everybody out there. So remember, tapping and affirm that you are happy, you are safe. Happy, loved, joy, and it's like you don't need to be a Buddha. Is someone who's very enlightened, right? So I've never ever said I'm enlightened as how people would claim. However, at least get to joy. Always be radiant and be happy. And even if you guys see me like this, actually I don't really even look like this. It's actually a trick of the camera, and I'll show you just how I look in real life. So this is how I look if I don't turn on the camera or don't turn on the light. I'm actually quite pale right now, so the light is just giving that illusion for everyone. Yeah, and I really want you guys to know that it's not real. So to all the kids out there, like, I don't wear makeup, I don't put all that stuff. It's just the way I am. But don't be fooled by what you see on social media. Don't look at those magazines. And that's another topic that I have to talk about, that a lot of kids overseas commit suicide because it's, they can't live up to the expectation of the body that society wants them to be. It's really sad. So if you guys, we are big circles, we are huge spheres, we are like how Dr. Strange says, the multiverse of madness. We are different realities out there. So if you see this reality, which is my reality, please just share it. I may never see you, I may never hear you, or I may never have a conversation with you, but I just want to let everyone know I love you, and I don't want anything to happen to you, because the number one killer isn't COVID, it's actually suicide. So I love you guys, take care of yourself, lots of love, bye.